Hey guys, Nintendo here. Are you looking for graphics cards? Well, I got you covered. I'll be guiding you through a couple different maps so you have options on what map you want to play. Let's check it out. First off, before we go into any raids, I want you to know that you can actually craft graphics cards using your Hideout. You're going to need Intelligence Center of level 2, and the mats are going to be 2 circuit boards, 1 CPU, 2 CPU fans, and 1 VPX. Alright, we are going to start off with my favorite run. This is over on Reserve. This is the easiest I feel in the sense that you're not going to be traveling a very far distance to hit all these spots, so you can do it really quickly. But as a reality check, these are not going to be quiet maps. None of the maps we're going over are safe. That's just the way Tarkov is. But I do feel like this is the easiest one. We are on Black Bishop right now. We're going to be dropping from the 3rd floor to the 2nd floor. Go ahead and check out all of these shelves. That's where you're going to have a chance to have your first graphics card. Make sure to check the whole room, especially the shelves there and the tables. That's for the most part where you're going to find your graphics cards. Now we're going to hop down and we're going to head to the next spawn. Alright, we are over at the White King. Quite a few spawns in here. We're going to be checking all these server racks and also on the floor. So say you're doing this at nighttime and you can't see very well. Make sure to be checking the floor as well. Check inside this box here and also on there. Usually there is just other tech loot that are really high value, so it's worth checking that just for that income. Check all these server racks and then you're going to be done with this room. And we're going to head on up to the 2nd floor for our next chance for a graphics card. Once again, like I said before, you just check all these boxes because there's other stuff you can get right here on that floor. That's where you're going to have a chance for another graphics card as well. Alright, now we're going to head to the 3rd and final spot in this building. We've got more server racks here. Go ahead and go across the whole room, checking each one. There is a lot of great loot here. Usually I find graphics cards right in this corner here, although there are other spawns throughout the room. Go across the whole wall, make sure you're thorough, grab all the good loot you can, because there's actually quite a lot of valuable loot here as well. Alright, and there is going to be one last spot we're going to check. This is actually going to require a key. That's going to be the RBRS key. Now this room is notorious for not having very much loot, but then there will be that one guy out of the blue that says, dude, I got a graphics card here. It's actually pretty good. So you might find you get this key and it's just not worth it. Take this with a grain of salt. But if you got the extra income and you just want one more place to check, get that RBRS key. That way you have that one extra chance to get a graphics card. And that's going to wrap up Reserve. Alright, we are over at Interchange now. We're over at the Ollie store. First up, we're going to hit a store called Texco. There's going to be some great electronic loot here, tech loot, stuff like that. Make sure to check all of the shelves, especially the shelves along the wall, and also these boxes in the corner here. As you can see, coming up right here on the right hand side, I find a graphics card. And there you go. Now you got another one for your Bitcoin farm or your quest. We're going to wrap things up here, and then we're going to be heading upstairs, and we're going to be going to a store called TechLight. I'm going to warn you ahead of time, this is one of the most dangerous stores in the entire map. If you think people might have already been here, you might want to skip this, but this is a great place for finding those graphics cards. I did warn you guys, so I don't want to see any comments down below. I went to TechLight and I died every time, why'd you say that? So, I did warn you guys ahead of time. Watch out for TechLight. For context on why it's so dangerous, is right across this hallway is the Ultra Medical room. That is a locked room that has LEDX in it, so people just rush it all the time. Keep that in mind. Okay, so get out of this place. We're going to head back down the escalators, and we're going to head towards our next spawn. Alright, so the next store is called Rasmussen. I'm probably mispronouncing that name for sure. Anyway, go ahead and check this whole room. Make sure to check inside these shoe boxes. It can be hard to see items when they're inside that shoebox. So you might even have to jump up on the table if you're having trouble looking inside. Make sure to check this entire room. as there could be some good stuff in there. You're going to make a lot of noise in this room because it is made of wood. For some reason, wood is extremely loud in this game. Keep that in mind as this is getting towards a more dangerous part of the map. Now, this is an offline mode. I'm just booking it right out in the open. You're not going to want to do this in a live raid. I just want to warn you right away. I'm just doing this to show you the most direct path to our next stop, and that's going to be a store called German. This is similar to that room we were just in with that wood floor. Same deal, loud wood floors. You're going to be checking the shoe boxes. You're going to be checking the shelves. Make sure to check everything in this room before we continue on. After done here, we are going to head to our next destination. That is going to be the Emercom room. You're going to need the Emercom key in order to be able to loot this, so make sure you have that ahead of time. Once you're inside, you're going to be going and checking out the left-hand side. In this room right here on the shelves, there's tech spawns there, and there is that chance for a graphics card. Make sure to check this whole room as there is a chance for a LEDX to spawn. After we're done here, we're going right across the hallway to a store called TTS. Once you're inside this room, go on the left side again here, and you're going to be checking these shelves. They have a chance for tech loot and that ever elusive graphics card. We're going to head on out of here, and we are going to head on over to Idea for another graphics card spawn. We're going to head all the way to the far end of this wall, and we're going to be heading in the office here on the right hand side. Once you're inside, immediately we're going to be looking at these tables here, illuminated with the flashlight. That's where you're going to find a graphics card if it spawns. Lastly, we are going to head over to the power station, and if you have made it this far and checked out all these spots in an online raid, I just want to give you a little round of applause, as that is not an easy task. With all of those AI scav, players, and the chance for killer to be there, not an easy thing to do. But lastly, we're going to wrap things up. If you can make it to the power station, there's going to be one more place you can check, and that is going to be in the very back here in this corridor. There's going to be tech spawns along the shelves, especially this one right here. I found a few graphics cards there as well. So make sure to check out this whole room. And that is pretty much going to wrap up Interchange. If you want an easy extract, you can take the hole in the fence extract, which is actually really close to here. I'm going to go outside, and if you look where I'm pointing right now, that's where the hole in the fence extract is. Super easy, not camped very often. You just can't use a backpack. Before we head to the final map, it is pop quiz time. What real life graphics card is this design based on? If you do know the answer to this question, comment down below. And the answer is the Asus GeForce GTX 750 Ti. Man, I had an EVGA 750 Ti. A lot of good times with that card. Alright, let's get back into it. Alright, we are over on Shoreline. We're over near the admin building, right in the back. We're going to go in these doors, and we're going to head upstairs. After you go up these steps, take a left, and we're going to be going in this door on the right. Inside on the bench and the desk, make sure to check for graphics cards, as well as this room. On that table there, you're going to find some graphics cards. Also check that shelf. And that's going to be it for this room. Now we're going to head over to West 216. I wanted to mention that the rest of the rooms here are going to require keys. So that's West 216 key, West 301 key, East 222 or 226 key, East 328 or the storeroom key. Some of these keys can be quite expensive, so you want to work that into your budget. Now we're at West 216. Open up this door. Once you're inside, immediately on the bottom left hand corner on that cardboard box, there's a chance for another graphics card. Make sure to check out the whole room. It's a pretty good one. Now heading over to West 301. This is probably going to be an expensive key. This is a LEDX spawn room. It's highly trafficked, so don't be surprised if you have company or that it's already looted. Once inside, you do have a chance for LEDX immediately on these white water tanks. you might want to check that first. We're going to be going through the balcony, and then inside here on the desk, that's where you're going to find a graphics card. Make sure to check this whole room thoroughly. There is some really nice loot in it. Yep, so right there on the water tank, and also check below, there can't be loot on the ground. We're going to go ahead and go through the hole in the floor and make our way across the catwalk, heading towards East 222, or if you have the 226 key, which I do, that's what I'm going to be taking. Once again, this is a LEDX room, so it's pretty popular to be looted right away. You may want to make your way there ASAP if you spawn close to it. Alright, once inside, go around to this side of the room, and on these tables here, there we go, there's a Tetris, but there can be graphics cards here as well. Make sure to check in this cubby hole right here, that's where you're going to find LEDX if it does spawn. Now directly above us, head upstairs. This is going to be the storeroom on the left, or room 328. I have the 328 key, so go ahead and open that. Immediately on the left, on these tables, that's where you have a chance to get another graphics card. There is some nice weapon attachments in this room, and there is also a treasure spawn over on this table here. That's going to wrap up the spa. There are 2 more spawns in this map I wanted to show you real quick. We do have another spawn here at the radar tower. Go inside and we're going to be heading up to the 2nd floor. On the 2nd floor, look to your left, these server racks on the floor. Sometimes they have a chance to spawn the graphics card. And lastly, we're over at the village. This is over near the tunnel extract. So if you get the extract, you might want to go and check this place out while you're heading there. Go inside this house right here. And we're going to be going to the back of this house. In this room right here, that's where you have another chance for a graphics card. Also on the chair, there's a chance for a West 203 key to spawn. That's going to wrap up all of these spots that I would recommend checking for graphics cards. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, hitting that like button really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it, guys. As always, have fun in Tarkov. Take it easy. Peace.